Good afternoon, students. Today, our lecture topic is about deterioration causes of crop varieties and how to control them. Okay, so deterioration means any reduction in the characteristics of a particular variety is called as a deterioration. Okay, so whenever any breeder is releasing any variety, it has certain set characteristics. It has certain characteristics which are fixed for that particular variety, but over a period of time when we are going for any seed production, then this characteristics they means the variety loses its true to type nature, okay, or its characteristics. There is certain reduction in either the performance of the variety, or either there is reduction in the yield production level. So this is called as deterioration. So there are various factors which are responsible for the deterioration of crop varieties. So in this lecture, we will be studying about the what are the causes for deterioration of crop varieties and how to control them. Then in the second part, we'll be seeing the maintenance of genetic purity during seed production. So how we can maintain the genetic purity of a particular variety when we are going for seed production or seed multiplication. So there are certain tests like grow-out test, phenol test, peroxidase test. So there are certain genetic purity tests which are done for maintaining the genetic purity of seed product during the seed production. Now we'll go into the details. First is introduction. The main aim, what is the aim of seed production is to produce genetically good or pure quality seeds. Okay, so mainly what is the when we are going for any seed production or multiplication program, the main aim of seed production is to produce a genetically pure. That means all the characteristics of that particular variety should be true to its type. Okay, so whatever there are certain set characteristics of a particular variety, it has to that variety during the seed production time, it should show all its characteristics which are set, and then it should be a good quality seed. The final end product of any seed production or multiplication program is to have a good quality seeds in our hands. So variety is what? It is a group of plants. Variety is what? It is a group of plants having clear distinguished characters. So, okay, this is what I am telling you, that variety should have a certain set characteristics which are defined, okay, which when reproduced, so when that seed is, or the breeder seed is reproduced in the next generation, when it is sown for the next generation, it should either be it should either it should show sexually. Either we are going for sexual reproduction or we are going for asexual means, like through vegetative reproduction. It should retain all its characteristics. Okay, so in short, we can say that all the characters a variety should represent its true to its type. Whatever the breed, what are the characters which are being set for those characters, it should represent its true to its type characters. And if there is any deterioration in that performance of that particular variety or the seed, then that is called as a deterioration in its performance. Now, what are the various factors responsible for loss of genetic purity? So what is genetic purity? That means it should show, that means the genetic constitution of a variety should be uniform. All the plants in a population should be homogeneous. Okay, either it should be small a or it should be capital A. So the genetic purity, if there is any change in the genetic purity, that is called as a loss of genetic purity. Okay, so what are the various factors which are responsible for loss of genetic purity? First is developmental variation. So when we are going from one generation to the next generation, so there are certain developmental variations. We can say that there are certain cytological variations that are taking place at the cell level. So that leads to the developmental variation. Second is mechanical mixtures. Here, mechanical mixture is the most common type of contamination that takes place during the seed production. The examples of mechanical mixtures are like when in the farms, the same seed drill, if it is used for sowing of different variety seeds, then it leads to the mechanical admixtures. Okay, and if, similarly, the second example can be the threshing floors. In the threshing floors in the farms, different seeds are kept on the same threshing floor, so the seeds of different varieties gets mixed. So this is called as mechanical mixtures that takes place by the humans. Okay, then The third factor which is responsible for loss of genetic purity is mutations. But we can say that mutations, since they are the sudden heritable changes and the frequency of mutation is very less in the nature, we can say it is about nearly about 10 raised to minus 7. It is the mutation frequency. So the rate of mutation that is affecting the loss of genetic purity is very less. Okay, so the mutation is affecting the genetic purity at a very low level, but this is one of the factor we can say. And the fourth point is natural crossing. Natural crossing that is taking place through various unwanted means. Okay, so that is called as natural crossing. Like if the farmer is not maintaining, if we are not maintaining the proper isolation distance, okay, then contamination can take place. That may lead to the loss of genetic purity. And the fourth step is genetic drift. Genetic drift is what? When we are growing a population of a plants, and if we want to grow the next generation, so from a large amount of population, we are taking only small amount of the seeds. Small amount of the seeds only we are taking as a sample for that represents the next generation. Okay, so this leads to the genetic drift because that particular sample is not an appropriate or the exact representation of the whole population. So that leads to the genetic drift. Then sixth point is minor genetic variation. So various very small genetic variation that can also lead to loss of genetic purity. Selective influence of diseases. So there are influence of certain diseases also that may also affect the genetic purity of the seeds. Techniques of the breeder. So the various techniques which are being adopted by the breeders that may also be responsible for affecting the genetic purity of the seeds. Breakdown of male sterility. Suppose sometimes there is a breakdown of male sterility that is being used for seed production in some of the crops. So that is also one of the factors which is responsible for loss of genetic purity. And the last point is improper or defective seed certification systems. So whenever we are going for seed multiplication or seed production, we have to follow various strict certification standards. Okay, so if there are certain improper seed certification systems, then that may also lead to the loss of genetic purity. Now, what is a developmental variation? One by one, we'll go into the detail. First point is developmental variation. So developmental variation is like various factors that altogether leads to the developmental variation. Like one of the most common factor which is responsible for loss of the genetic purity or for the deterioration of genetic purity is first is environmental factors. Okay, so because of the different soil fertility levels of the lands, because of the different environmental conditions or the photoperiod conditions, so there are various fertility levels, gradient of the field. Okay, so it is always recommended that we should sow the seeds in its most adaptable environment. Okay, that is that environment which is most adaptable to that particular seed. We should go for seed production in that particular area or land only. So seed crop is grown in difficult environmental conditions. So this is also one of the factors which is responsible for developmental variation. For several consecutive generations, the developmental variations may arise as differential growth response. Okay, so when we are growing for several generations consecutively, we are going from one generation to another. So it leads to the various developmental variations because there are certain cytological variations which are happening at the cell level also. So that leads to the developmental variation and differential growth response. Okay, so different growth response. So what we have to do to avoid it? To avoid or minimize such and developmental variations, the variety should always be grown in an adaptable area. This is what I told you, that we should always try to grow the seed, or we can go for seed multiplication in those areas which are the most adaptable one. Second point is mechanical mixtures. Mechanical mixtures, as I've told you, that mechanical mixtures mainly takes place at the field level or either at the farm level when we are going for threshing. Because if the same seed drill is used for sowing of the different seeds one after the other without cleaning it, or we are using the same threshing floor for cleaning or for harvest, after harvesting the crops are kept there, so it leads to the various mechanical mixtures. So contamination through field or self-sown seed or volunteer plants. Okay, contamination through field only. In the field also contamination can take place if the seeds from the different field get mixed with that of the desire with the seeds of the desired of our desired crop. Okay, then seed drill is a second example. If same seed drill is used for sowing of 2 to 3 varieties, then carrying two different varieties adjacent to each others. So if we are carrying the two different varieties are sown in the two adjacent fields without maintaining the proper isolation distance, that also may lead to the mechanical mixtures. Then growing two different varieties adjacent to each other. Okay, that's the same point. Threshing floor is also one of the responsible factors for mechanical mixtures. Combine or threshers. So the same threshers are used for the different varieties. So that may also lead to the mechanical mixtures. Then bags or seed bins. Okay, so these are also one of the factors which are responsible for mechanical mixtures, like bags or the seed bins. Same bags or the same seed bins are used without proper cleaning them, without maintaining any proper hygienic measures. During processing, during seed processing also, mechanical mixtures can take place. So it would be necessary. So what we can do for avoiding or to reducing the mechanical admixtures is we can go for roguing of the plants. Roguing means removing the off types from the plants. You must have seen in the wheat varieties or in the wheat fields or in the rice fields, when there are certain weed plants which looks exactly the similar to the wheat or the rice plants. Okay, so they have to be rogued out. The off types have to be rogued out at a proper particular at the particular before maturation, because if those plants or the off types of the weeds, if they reach at the maturation time, then they may shed their seeds also in the field. So that will be difficult for the farmers in the next generation also. Okay, so at before proper maturation time, they should be rogued out of the field to reduce the mechanical mixture. So this is one of the best thing we can do. It would be necessary to rogue the seed fields at different stages of the crop plants. So roguing should be done at different intervals in the field. And then the next factor which is responsible for deterioration of the seed purity is mutations. However, I have told you that mutation rate is very low. Nearly about 10 raised to -7 is the mutation rate that occurs in the nature naturally. Okay. However, there are certain induced mutations nowadays where the breeders are using various gamma radiations or various electromagnetic radiations for seed induction, for mutation, for generating the genetic variation in the seeds. But we are talking about natural variations which occurs in the nature. So the natural variation which occurs in the nature is very minute. It takes place at nearly about 10 raised, the spontaneous mutations takes place, the occurrence is nearly very low, 10 raised to -7. So if any visible mutations are observed, they should be removed by roguing. So there should be physiological observation should be done in the field. Physiological observation means, or morphological, we can say that physically we are observing in the field that certain off type plants, like you can see in the carrots, so these are mutations only taking place. These are very different from the natural ones. Okay, so the breeders have to find out that these are the spontaneous mutations, so immediately they have to be rogued out from the fields. These are the off types. Because then natural crossing, it is an important source of contamination in sexually propagated crops due to introgression of genes from unrelated stocks or genotypes. So natural crossing means those means which are unwanted means. Okay, they are not wanted, they are the unwanted means. So whatever the crossing or contamination that is happening in our seed production plot through unwanted means, through unrelated stocks that are not related to our genotypes, that is called as natural crossing. The extent of contamination depends upon the amount of natural cross fertilization. Okay, mainly in the cross fertilization crops, this natural crossing mainly takes place. So natural crossing is the main source of contamination in cross fertilized and often cross fertilized crops. So now you must be knowing about what are self pollinated crops, what are cross pollinated, and what are often cross pollinated crops. So mainly the natural crossing or cross or contamination through unrelated means or the genotypes takes place mainly in the cross and often cross pollinated crops. The extent of genetic contamination depends on the breeding system of the species. Okay, mainly the extent of contamination, whatever happening, it depends on the mode of pollination of that or the breeding system, either though that those are self-pollinated or cross-pollinated, or they are often cross-pollinated. And mainly it also depends upon the isolation distance. So there you must be knowing that proper isolation distance when we are going for seed production or seed multiplication, there are certain criterias or there are certain set parameters that this is the isolation distance, like 20 meters, but this amount of the isolation distance you have to maintain from one row to next row. So there are certain set criteria for each crop. So if they are not followed, then that may also lead to natural crossing. To overcome the problem of natural crossing, what should be done? Proper isolation distance has to be maintained. Suppose, for example, if we are growing sunflower or soya bean, so there are isolation distance, row to row distance and line to line distance, R into R, L into L. You must R into L, row into line. So these isolation distance has to be properly maintained to avoid the contamination through natural crossing. Then genetic drift is one of the factors. When seed is multiplied in large areas, only small quantities of the seed is taken. Okay, so when we are multiplying the seed in large areas, okay, huge amount of the areas we are taking and we are multiplying the seeds in those particular area, and we are what we are taking, the seed is taken small quantity, only the very small amount of the seeds are taken as representation of that large, because we cannot take all the seeds of the large population. We only take a small, like 100 seeds or 200 seeds we take. So, and we suppose that this is the proper representation of that large or the huge population. So that is also one of the factors that is responsible for genetic drift. So when seed is multiplied in large areas, only small quantities of seed is taken and preserved for the next years for sowing, because all the seeds cannot be preserved for next year sowing. Only we are taking the sample seeds for, we take this amount 100 grams of the seeds, we keep it for sowing for the next generation. So because of such subsampling, we say that subsampling, we are taking sample from a big sample. Okay, that is called as a subsampling. All the genotypes will not be presented in the next generation. So we can say that that particular small sample is not the complete representation of that large population and leads to change in the genetic composition. Okay, this is called as genetic drift. Minor genetic variation is also one of the factors which is responsible for deterioration of genetic purity in the seeds. Some minor genetic changes may occur during production cycles due to difference in environment. Okay, so due to the different environmental conditions, certain minor genetic changes takes place. Due to these changes in the fields may be affected. To avoid such minor genetic variations, periodic testing of the varieties must be done from breeder seed and nuclear seed in self-pollinated crops. Okay, so how to avoid this minor genetic variation? We should do periodic testing. Periodic means after a certain period or interval of time, testing of the seeds for the variations should be done either in the self-pollinated crops or in the cross-pollinated crops. So to avoid such minor genetic variations, periodic testing of the varieties must be done from breeder seed and nuclear seed. So in the later classes, you will be studying about the various types of seeds like breeder seed, nuclear seed, certified seeds, foundation seeds, and registered seeds. So these are the different types or the classes of seeds. So we will be studying in detail. So here you just know that the periodic testing should be done in the field to avoid the minor genetic variations. Minor genetic variation is a common feature in often cross-pollinated species. Therefore, care should be taken during maintenance of nucleus and breeder seeds. As you must have been knowing that nucleus seed and breeder seed are the most valuable seeds because they are being directly produced by the breeders. Okay. However, if we go from nucleus to breeder, then foundation, registered, certified, these are used by various industries which take the nucleus or the breeder seed for multiplication of these seeds. Okay, so the nucleus and breeder seeds are the most valuable seeds and they are in very small amount. They are mainly produced by the certified breeders, okay, in their own inspection. Now the selective influence of diseases. In case of foliar diseases, foliar means in the leaves. In some of the crops, certain foliar diseases, the size of the seed gets reduced. If suppose particular plant is affected, like downy mildew, you can see it takes place in the leaves only. Downy mildew and ergot of jowar, smut of bajra. So these are all foliar diseases. So because when the leaves get infected by a particular disease, then the surface area of that leaf is reduced. So the amount of carbohydrate that is being produced or the photosynthesis that takes place in the plant, it will be reduced. Okay, so this is a directly proportional. So the amount of food that is being produced in that plant, or we can say the production of the seed gets affected. directly. If the leaf or the foliar part of the plant, if it is infected by a particular disease, then the amount of the seeds or the size of the seed also gets affected. So due to the poor supply, what is the reason? Due to the poor supply of carbohydrates from infected photosynthetic tissue. Because if the leaf of that particular plant is infected by any particular disease, then the amount of the photosynthesis that takes place in that plant will be reduced. So the seed size will also be affected. In case of seed and soil borne diseases like downy mildew, anargut of jowar, smut of bajra, and bunt of wheat, it is dangerous to use the seeds for commercial purposes. So once the plant is infected by any of these viral diseases, any of these dangerous diseases, that particular plant or the seeds of that plant should not be used for commercial purpose. Because if it is used for again in the next year for seed production, then again the farmer will face the same problems. Okay, because once the virus comes, then the only remedy is to burn them. Once the crop gets infected, new crop varieties may often become susceptible to new races of diseases and may lead to these varieties may become out of seed production programs. Proper plant protection measures should be followed to avoid these pests and diseases. Now, techniques of the breeders. Instability may occur in a variety due to genetic irregularities if it is not properly assessed at the time of release. So before releasing, suppose a breeder has produced a variety, then he is ready to release that particular variety. But if the uh, proper these criteria are not followed for that particular variety, then it may lead to the genetic irregularities. Okay, so premature release. So the premature release of the variety should also be avoided, which has been bred for particular disease. Suppose a particular variety is bred for resistance against a particular disease. It leads to the production of resistance and susceptible plants, which may be an important cause for deterioration. Okay, so suppose a variety is released by a breeder that is resistant for a particular race of pathogen, but it is not trialed. Okay, it is not checked that particular variety is either susceptible or resistant, and it is released. Okay, prior release, premature release. This is called as premature release without proper checking. Then it is also leads to the deterioration of that genetic purity. Like in example of Sonalika and Kalyan Sona varieties. So these are the very popular varieties of wheat were released in India for commercial cultivation. The genetic variability in both the varieties was still in flowering stage. So when they were released for commercial cultivation, the genetic purity or the was it was still at the flowering stage, and several secondary selections were made by the breeders. Okay, so this is called as premature this release of the variety. Okay, so these are the two popular varieties of wheat which were mainly used, which had led to the Green Revolution in India. So these things we will be studying in the next class. This much only we'll be studying today. Now we'll move on to the discussion part. Thank you.